And I think like there's probably room to grow as an organization as far as like identifying what our process looks like for mentoring DSRs. Like we just kind of throw them into like we assign a mentor and a DSR, which is great. And then we allow like the mentor and DSR to work out their relationship and figure out like how they want to work together. But I think moving forward, it would be cool, and maybe we can talk about this offline, is how do we set like clear expectations for mentors and like the new DSR and have like milestones that the manager can check in on and be more involved.
I think that's a great idea, man. Just to kind of back you up on those thoughts, right? Like you should be able to hold accountable to certain expectations, right? Um, Ashley and Sam, you guys both brought up a very good point that is very, very hard to do within management. And I bet Morgan and Tyler would back me up on this and say the conversations around understanding what goals are and understanding the initiatives is not easy to have, but you can have it. And it seems to always go well, right? The other side of things, the follow up, the plan that comes with that is extremely hard, right? Okay, I'm going to reach out to you tomorrow and find out how you're doing on these goals. Maybe you don't reach out, right? You get busy. A week goes by, another week goes by, you meet with that person, they're still not where you need to be. From the 3 or 4 years that I've been here at Workfront, that is absolutely the hardest part of management that I've had to deal with so far is following up with people and feeling like you're not being micromanaged, because it does, it feels that way, right? But at the same time, you are invested in their goals. You are invested in something that's very personal to them, and they should see it that way as far as like, okay, he's just trying to help me get to that goal. He's trying to help me with a few things here. So it shouldn't feel that way. But from the person following up, it seems like it always does. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know if anyone struggles with that as well, but it's been something that's been hard for me within leadership, is just that follow up. So
I do want to add my 2 cents there too, Derek. The collaborative part of what you said, I think, is the key thing there. Setting goals collaboratively, and just coaching and training discussions. They talk a lot about not leading the conversation yourself, but being that facilitator and helping them set their goals and their plans. And when I first started as a manager, I had an opportunity to do coaching for about 30 people at one time. And yeah, I know, right?
It's a lot.
It was. And I did a 30-minute coaching session, which each one of them each week. And what I found is there would be days when I was like, man, everyone set really similar goals. And like, there's only one common factor here. That was right. Like, so even though I felt like I was saying, so what do you want to accomplish? What's important to you? Like, what do you think the challenges are in your territory? They would all end up making more phone calls and sending more emails. And so one of the things I notice sometimes too, as managers right now in our Slack channels, is sometimes the goals seem more like commands. Like the goal for today is to pace and get 3 TQLs and 2 QSOs. And if we question ourselves, was this really collaborative or not, that's going to make a difference when it comes to the follow-up that Derek's talking about. Because if it was my goal or your goal, and you go to follow up on your manager, that is 100% micromanagement. It's saying, I told you to do this, you haven't done it yet. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? As opposed to, you said you thought this was important. Can I help you out? What are the obstacles? It'll set you up to be really supportive in your work with them versus carrying around a big stick.
Actually, that kind of gave me a thought, interestingly enough, from Derek and your feedback, Byron, is I also struggle with holding people accountable, or like just remember, I forget so many things. So if it's not in my calendar, I'm going to forget to ask a question on if someone did something. But you talked a lot about the collaborative nature. Like, I feel like if someone is A, bought into the goal because they came up with it, B, like you can delegate to, which I'm also working on, but delegate the follow-up on someone executing on the goal and put it on their plate. Like, they want to accomplish this goal. They set the goal themselves. Why can we not delegate the follow-up to the person? Say, hey, tomorrow, let me know how this went. Like, instead of it being all on us, like, it also kind of gets their skin in the game of like, okay, you told me you wanted to accomplish this, so you take ownership, and then let's talk about it later. I don't know. That could be a way to kind of get around that.